Hey you guys, it's Theresa Barbara coming at you with another video on how to glorify God through nursing. And I do apologize greatly that I have not posted in a while. I definitely have a lot of things going on and I'm trying to start organizing myself in a way in which I can start pouring more into myself so that I can pour more into you. And I also have a second channel that I've started to create. So with that being said, I wanted to come on here and talk about your why for nursing. I'm not sure if I've really dug deep into this before, but I feel like it's definitely worth making a video in itself on its own. As you all know, like I've said previously in my other videos, my videos are not just for the practicalities of putting in an IV or, taking care of a JP drain, things like that. That's not what I do. What I do is I want to fuel your soul. And I want to fuel it to a point where you're reaching so high out for God, people recognize it when you're in your hospital, on your unit, your facility, wherever you are. Case in point, excuse me, oh, that was nasty. What's your why? I recently joined my business. Well, I've been a part of my business for almost about a year now. And this is something aside from nursing that I do in health and wellness. And when I say that, one of the main things they always tell us is to have a why. And so I said, this is something perfect that I could bring over to the nursing community of understanding why it is that you do what you do. When I first got into nursing, my first job, I had a nurse who he had worked in the Army. I think it was the Army or the military, whatever he had done. It was something of service. And he asked us new nurses why we wanted to be a nurse. And he didn't ask me specifically, but he definitely asked the nurses that were around me. And I think I had to get up because I had an assignment I had to go and do real quick. But in listening to the answers that they gave, he wasn't really receptive to them. He really didn't like them because he was like looking at them like, well, I hear this like all the time. Well, because I care about people or because of this or that. And I'm thinking to myself at first when I heard it, I was like, well, why is he, not even, I mean, what is it to him if somebody says because they care for people? I mean, that's kind of why I got into it. But then after a while of, having the initial like shock that he was being this way, I kind of started thinking back to what he said. And I feel like the way in which he said it was him trying to peel apart the layers of why you got into nursing. And I think I want to do the same thing. And the reason why I'm saying it to you all and asking it is because I want to ask you that same question. Why did you get into nursing? Why? It can be very easy, especially when you have these entrance interviews that you need to do in order to get into nursing. It can be very easy to say those same type of answers because I care about people, because I want to help people. Yes. Yes. That's what a nurse is. A nurse was created in order to assist physicians, in order to assist and help patients. However, what is your why? What is something deep down in your spirit and your soul that just keeps you awake at night if you're not a nurse yet, or if you're still a nurse right now, or if you're a prospective just thinking about it? What is your why? What is it that will keep you going in those days? Because there will be days when you will come home crying, when you will walk around feeling so insecure and so inadequate. There will be days when people will talk to you in some type of way that you want to black out on them and think to yourself and think third about the fact that you got a job and you're a professional. There will be days like that, just to be honest. But of course, you always have to keep it professional. But again, you ask yourself why. Why are you doing this? And I would love for you to sit down and just take a moment and just, whether you write it out or if you just think about it to yourself, just take a moment of silence and think, what is your why? And if it's not deep enough that it fuels you to give 110% of yourself the next time that you have a test or you go to clinicals or when you're around somebody that may need you, whether you're in class or not, I don't know if that's your why. But if it does make you do those things, if it does make you want to improve and make you go just a little bit more harder, you found it. So I pray that this helped you in some type of way and you got some type of nugget out of this. If you'd like to go ahead and follow me over at Instagram, my name is Theresa Barber with 2 A's at the end. And I pray you have a beautiful and blessed day. Comment, like, and share with your friends and family. And be blessed.